Hey dreamers, this is Jechta Place, and we are going to continue with the Secret Santa creation. We have done already pretty much, well, not a lot, but we did a start with the wheels. We start with everything, the shape and the form, and we have, currently we have this right now. I am satisfied. I'm not super happy yet with everything yet, but I think once we're going to like paint and color the whole creation, I think then everything should come alive and also be recognizable eventually for what I'm about to make. It's one of the iconic vehicles that this person made in their own creation, and so I'm going to do a little bit of his creation, a little bit more higher quality, if I can say it like that. But I will try to stay as I will try to stay true as much as possible. I cannot speak right now. Much as possible as the original creation that the person made. With a little bit of here and there, my own touch and feel to it. So a little bit of Jechta Place type of style into there, but I will stay true to the original creation. And I cannot wait to eventually paint the whole thing, because then everything comes alive. I am kind of satisfied with the wheels itself, with the tires, at least the tires itself. The wheels around, like the wheels inside, I'm okay-ish with it. I don't think I'm going to tweak too much anymore on that. I think it can go a little bit better here and there, but overall I'm kind of satisfied with the overall look and feel of this. And I cannot wait till this vehicle is done, but also the whole environment. We also need to do the whole environment. Now, I've been thinking about this, and I haven't already spoke this before yet. But well, I did in the first video. I really want to make the road around it with the curbs in the distance. But I think that I'm going to do the outside of the area. I think I'm going to use pre-assets that, or either I already made before, or maybe search on the Dreamweaverse for some assets to speed up a little bit of the process. Of course, the whole vehicle is going to be created by me. Also, the road is going to be created by me. The surrounding a little bit, but I think the background drop, I think I'm going to use a little bit of assets from other people. I'm not really sure yet. Maybe I will do it myself. I do not know. Depends on how many time I have left, because that is the most issue right here. You are allowed to use, you don't have to everything to build from scratch. That's not really what this event is all about. So for people that also make this event, they can use assets or pre-used assets that they made or someone else made before. You can use that. But I always love to create something from scratch. It's something that I really love to do, and also to challenge myself, because I've never made something like this ever before in Dreams. So it's also like for me a little bit an extra challenge as well, and to surprise the person where this gift for who this gift is for. And I really cannot wait till the finishing project. I hope I have to finish it before, of course, the event is over. That will be a super shame if I cannot finish it, but I will do my very best. I think the cars itself, the vehicle itself is going to be fine. The surrounding, however, I think I'm going to speed that up with a little bit of like already used or assets that are already out there in Dreamweaverse to speed up a little bit. And I'm talking about the backdrop, because like I'm going to make the road itself and the curbs around the rope. But I think after that, like the backdrop, I think I'm going to use assets from the community, because if I'm also going to create everything myself, I think that the 2 weeks time that I have right now is not enough for that. So I probably have to do it. Also, I have not spoke about this before. I said I should, but I forgot But my idea was, when I was like about to go to bed, I had a few ideas of how I'm going to pull this off. I cannot really say too much about it because then I will spoil for who this person is if you have not seen the event yet. But I'm going to make a word joke around this creation. I don't know, like maybe it's a little bit cringy, but I like word jokes, so I'm just going to do that for this creation. But I also want, I'm not sure how am I going to exactly pull this off, but I don't want to start a creation right away with this scene, like I did with last year with the Valhalla creation, where it starts with a super generic like Christmas scene, and then eventually reveals the actual creation as a surprise. And I think that's the whole point. I think not the whole point, but I think that this is fun way so people do not know what I've made for them. So I think it's more fun to keep the element of surprise in the end. And this, what I'm creating right now for the first time, I also did it last year, I start off with the element of surprise, and then I'm going to build something before all this, so that you get maybe a different scene, or maybe you have to do something to enter this scene. I do not know, but I kind of want to keep the element of surprise. I'm also not doing a screenshot. I use it as a thumbnail, so they don't know until they are actually going to use this in their creation, or if they're going to view this, and like, oh wow, I really want to have like that surprise element that I did last year as well, and the person was very happy with it. So I'm trying to do it again. Hopefully they were going to like this as well. I hope so. I hope they're going to like this. But I kind of want to keep the element of surprise, so I'm not going to start right off with the scene. And I had a few ideas in mind. Or I can pull this little card into a garage. That was my first idea. So what if you're like walking in a first person mode, and you have to open the garage, and then the garage door goes open, and then you see this car, and then can you look around with it. That was my first idea. Now, considering the time, I'm a little bit afraid I cannot pull that off. It was my first idea, but I'm not sure if I can pull that off. My second idea was I will just pull this on a road, on a highway, or not on a highway, but just like a racing road. And so I only have to do the asphalt and then some backdrop view here and there, and where you can just like use with different angles, or maybe you can also walk around in it if you want to look at it at all sides. I can also do it like when you're going to inside the puppet, and they automatically can turn around your camera, so you can like do this if you want to. You can only not like walk around or anything like that, but that's something I can do. That also means that I have to do a 360 degrees of backdropping everywhere, so that's like even more time consuming. So there's a lot of considerations here and there of ideas that I have. But to be honest, I think that I go for that the car is like on the road itself. I will going to eventually, if I finish everything with painting and stuff like that, I'm going to also place it in a certain way that looks like the car was racing, but still like a single shot. So it's not like actually driving anything like that. But that you can still like look around. Maybe I will make fixed cameras that you can like swap between different cameras to look at different angles. That's a consideration I can do, so I don't have to worry about too much of the backdropping here and there. Or that I actually going to make the whole scene around it, that you can like look around the whole vehicle from the back, from everywhere you want to look, to see it from close, to see the details from close. That is all these ideas that I have. I do not know if I'm going to pull everything off. That is like, yeah, it's a little bit uncertain, to be honest, but I think I can come quite far with that idea. So yeah, I do not really know if which idea is going to get through. I want to have the element of surprise, so I want to maybe make something before this creation, before we're actually going into this creation, to keep, so I have something to have a thumbnail for. And then when you're playing the creation and you have to do something, and then you see suddenly this creation, I think that's the element of surprise, the surprise, basically what you normally, most people do during Christmas time. I want to do that as well. So without further ado, let's get to this. So I'm just going to start with the edit mode, and we're going to continue with the creation. And we were left off with the wheels, or basically this part. And I'll see what I can do. I see that we still need to put this a little bit closer to the wheel itself. And then, and that also means that we need to pull this more inside there as well. There we go. And like this. And then, the thing is, I've not really make a screenshot of exactly how it looks on the real side. Also, a good thing to know for me, for myself, is that the back wheels are not connected in the same way as the front wheels. So I think I have to now stop. Well, no, I was like, I can maybe stop with with this, that when you're doing this. Oh, it's already. Oh, we didn't, of course. Oh, no, never mind. Then I didn't say anything. All right, never mind. Never mind. Because, like, it's not the same. But it's really hard to tell from the screenshot that I made how this is connected to the nose. It is connected to the nose. That's something I do know. But how it is connected to the nose, I didn't really make a very good screenshot. So I have to or either revisit the Dreamscom event again from a few years ago. Or I can just like use my own imagination. Like I said, I don't have to completely be like one-on-one creation at all. What I'm going to do, I'm just going to like free roam a little bit with this. I am going to use what am we going to use for the spikes around it? That's a good idea. I can use curve tool. It's a way to do that, since they are already round on their own. I can also use a sphere and then clone it a few times, but I think I'm going to use this here. If I look at the original creation, like so, and it starts here, and then it goes into the nose, in like that. And this one needs to be smaller. Smaller. I think that is the right. And then we're going to top blend a little bit. Oh. At least that's how it looks in the original one. And the only thing what I need to do is make this one smaller again. It also means that we have to pull this inside as well. Yeah, that looks exactly how it is. And then we're going to clone this one. Not sure if I can do it like this. Oh, I'm disconnected again. Okay, I think I have to do it manually anyways. Yeah, let's not do that. So this one goes this is so tricky. That goes in the side, that's good. But not that. Yeah, I have to do it manually. Oh no. Oh, this is harder than I thought it was going to be. yeah, what I need to do, it looks so weird right now. What I need to do, I have to do it manually. I thought I could do it with the grid, but not possible right now. And also not like it's, there you go. More like this. It's something like that. And they disappear into the nose. And now I need to have this one again. We can clone that. Because this one goes in there. A little bit sooner though, here. And I do not really know how the side here looks. I'm super guessing. This is just me guessing how it looks. I do not know. I think it's maybe time to do the most crazy one, and that is the nose itself. But it looks like it's something like this, with a little bit like crooked, because like it needs to yeah, well, it needs to be following a little bit of the nose. I think it's time to make the nose. Let me first save, even though we did got disconnected. I hope I can still save private creation. Dreams often get disconnected these days. It's crazy. And yeah, I think it's best to start with the nose. So I'm going 1 on 1. Select this one. Oh, this is going to be so challenging. I think this is going to be the hardest part of everything. I do not really know where I'm going to start with this, to be honest. I can use a sphere, and then we have to form and shape the sphere. We do still need mirror mode for this. Otherwise it's not going to work. And I am going to use a little bit of subblend. Not too much, but just a little bit. And then we need to shape the nose. So the nose goes something like this. Now I'm thinking, should I already do that it's shaped like that a little bit? Good question, right? I think it's a very good question here. Something like this. Also, the nose is not like super round in the front. It is a little bit roundy, but it's not like super round. Let me see the side view here. Yeah, this is going to be this is a challenge for sure. So it is a little bit more like this. And I have to shape it sideways. So there we go. Maybe not use grid for this. Let me go a little bit free roam here. Mm, 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 mm. And also we need to follow the lines that we made, the under part that we made before. So that like it's perfectly shaping around that thing under here. That's what we need to do. And so yeah, this is it's a lot of challenge. That's for sure. But it's fun. It's really fun. A little bit subland again. Not too crazy, not too much. And the reason why I'm starting here with square again is because like I need to shape this eventually underneath. So wait, before we doing that, I want to stretch this out a little bit further down. Eventually I'm going to cut under there, but that's fine. And all right, and then I'm going to use now blocks of square around the part where I have to cut it out. Make sure like so. Till here, because there's also a nose on the other way that goes down again. I can, however, what is smart? I can do this. It looks very silly right now. The line of that thing is not so high, so it's more like the nose goes in this direction. And okay. It's a little bit in this shape. Now it looks still weird, but it's a little bit like the shape like this. For what it seems. Like it goes a little, and there's like, of course, like a seat here. But it goes like in this line. Then there's a gap here. Here's the gap. And then here we have the seat behind the seating. And then it goes, this is more up here. I'm already trying to make the shape form a little bit. And then it goes. I have to make it again. I shouldn't have started with the cubes yet. And then Then we also need to cut it out. Like the form. Like so. It looks like a banana car right now. But I have to do it a little bit like this because otherwise I do not really know where all the shapes goes. So I have to do it like this a little bit. And there we go. And it looks like in the very last part, before it goes straight again, it looks like it's a little bit of an extra rear, like this. And then it looks like then it looks like it goes down in a certain angle. Like so. Maybe it's the best if we let me disable that for now. I'm thinking, what is smart? Stretch this out as well and then shape it from there on. Instead of using the cubes and everything like that. I don't know. Oh, let me disable it. And this is going to be super challenging to get the right shape. Like the thing is, I so want to color this. I so want to color the creation, but I cannot do it yet. I first need to shape and form the whole creation. Like the nose. And the nose needs to follow the sides a little bit. Like that. Jechta never made a car before. Well, at least not in dreams. I did it many years ago in a 3D Max software. That was ages ago. That was a really long time ago when I was on school. Till here, because now we need to work in more of hard lines again. Because like the nose is very like shaped in a certain way. It's not perfect yet, by the way, but it's shaped in a round way. And then the side wings are made out of, that's why I was using squares before, because like it goes suddenly like in hard lines. Can use a little bit soft blend for this. And the hard lines are around here. And then they go a little bit like how we sculpted the underneath part. Really hard to tell. It's also because like this thing is there. Nobody maybe. Do it like this. Ooh. That is probably because like I had Subblend on. Yeah. I was like, why is it suddenly... Okay, I'll stamp it like this so I can do it manually down again. So it reach maybe a little bit further, so I have a little bit of wriggly room left. So like there. Okay. And now the fun part. Because this, I really love the design, how they made this creation. But it's super challenging for me because like I do not of course know exactly how they pull that off. So it's just for me guessing mostly. But it looks like we need to follow the underneath line here. Just like that. And then there is another wing type of look, also crossing this line, which is a very cool shape. I only don't know how I'm going to pull that off. That's something I don't know. Let me first fix the nose again a little bit. Like so. And the nose, of course, goes a little bit more inwards. I'll probably have to redo the hard cut again, because I'm now going to touch it with this thing here, but I need to follow. And look how that the wheels are almost going to be perfectly placed. I love that. Oh, maybe not really. It still goes a little bit in here, which is not good. That only means that either I have to make this up. How am I going to do that? It was almost perfect. It was almost perfect. I need to see how am I going to pull this off. Is it now one? Yeah. And this should be now in its hole, right? Yeah. Okay, because this one needs to go a little bit more up. Can do it like this. And the wheels are still touching the ground. And then this is then placed. And like I said before, we have to eventually like move these side things a little bit more crooked eventually, so it fits exactly the front nose. This is really fun to make. I'm not going to lie. I guess I can see why people love making cars because like it's really fun. It has really a lot of like different shapes and forms, especially if you're making like a curved car. Like it's easy to make like a square car, but this is so much more fun. Need to do something here. Get the rights. Let me see the front again. Yeah, because like the front is like almost like a wing, like from a plane. Which is fun, so to say. So I don't know how to do that exactly. Let me delete the squares for now. And let me do first just the nose in the proper way. Okay. Yeah, man, look at the shape already, man. I love it. I really, really love it. And it's not even done, of course, but you can already tell. The only thing is that I really want to keep the nose a little bit more. There's a lot of cutting happening right now with this one. I'm trying to pull away all the uneven parts, so when we're eventually going to paint the whole thing, that it looks like it's it almost looks like it's now like a Formula 1 car, but we're not going for that. It's not going to be a Formula 1 car. It looks a little bit like that, but that's because like it's almost in the same shape, but that's a lot smaller, of course. Oh, that's not my intention. Yeah, it looks like here. Let me also pull these things a little bit more in the front. Should I do that with grid or not? Okay, that was a little bit too far. And then I will keep these things like so. And the only thing is that I do not really know how this has been shaped. I'm just going to pull this sideways a little bit, like so. I don't know if there's anything in between these things. It's really hard to tell from the pictures that I have. I will keep it like this because like I do not really know. I do not really know how it looks in the original one. I can like go back into the whole what is it called? Gamescom event, but I think I'm fine with this now. Okay, so now we need to make the wings, the side wings, and I'm just going to use squares for this because I don't really know anything. Yeah, don't really know how else I would do this. Let me stamp this already, but we cannot leave it like this. We need to make it a little bit more wider, like so. I think it's a really difficult shape. I'm not going to lie. This is really a challenging shape for me to do. Because it goes from super clean or it goes from super smooth to suddenly in hard edge and hard cut. And even though the top may be blending in a little bit, like so. But it's really a hard shape to go for. It's a really hard shape. Especially if you've never done something like this before. And it's it's a really hard shape to go for. And then I'll make it a little bit more roundier. I do not really know how it looks on the other side. Let me see. Okay, so it is a little bit like. Okay, let's see what's happening. So again, this one needs to follow the side things here. Wait, let me do it differently. Let me do it like this. Then pull this more down. Also, the wing goes to the ground, actually. Ooh. Does that mean that my side wings are not good? Does that mean that this goes a little bit behind the wheels? Oh, this. Oh no. Oh no. Okay, I think I can just still pull that off now. And then. Okay. How did I do that? How did we do this? So like this, and then like that, right? Yes. What is this shape? That needs to go away as well. I think it's a little bit more like this. But I could be totally wrong. No. Oh no. The trouble one that we had before. Oh no. I remember this bastard. Okay, this one we can just cut out manually. And cut this out. There we go. Okay, so now the wings goes way more down, as it seems. The wings goes like these are touching, and they also need to go a little bit more. Oh damn. I have no idea how to do this. Okay, now what? Because I think they go a little bit more like this. Could be wrong though. And also that wing shape, that's going to be super hard for me, because I do not know how I can pull that whole thing off. We have still a mirror mob, right? Yep. Needs to go how close are we to the edge? Because that is the whole point of this creation. Are we still too far? This is still too far. It needs closer. It definitely needs closer. But if we look at the front, it looks like the nose is lower. So we need to bring everything down. But before we're going to do that, I'm going to lower this. The angle needs to be a little bit less hooked. And this is so not easy, guys. Trust me. Well, maybe you have made so many cars in Dreams and you're like, this is so easy, Jechta. And I'm like, okay. I think differently. Doesn't mean that Like, I hate it. I love this. I love creating this, but it is the shape that I see from the image is so hard to pull off. And I'm just trying to recreate the whatever they have made. And I can guarantee you it's not easy. Okay, so one thing what we need to do, the nose is way too big in comparison to what the underneath is. This is a little bit of like the issue if you're going a little bit of like not following like any. I do it as out of my head. So when I look at proportions, I need to look at like, okay, so it goes like this, right? The nose still should be well, it is at wheel level in the original creation as well. So I thought that the nose was sticking out a little bit more, but if I look at the original creation, it's also wheel level high. So that makes a lot of sense. So we have to bring this so much down. So like this. I must say, it's not perfect. But we're definitely getting there. Like it's absolutely not perfect. But the fact that I'm getting there, it's just that this one here needs to be so close to whatever this is. Like in the original creation, it touched the wings touched almost the under part, and I don't have that. And I can do two things. I can bring up the upper part higher. That is a solution. So what I can do is do this. Right? That's not really a great solution. I can make the borders thicker, but that is also not really a good idea. I have no idea. Oh. I have no idea how I want to do this. I am getting closer. That is one thing for sure. I'm getting closer to the shape that I want to go for. It's only not so damn perfect yet. That's the issue. Like these wings. Alright, let me also pull this down, by the way. What a shape! What a shape is this one, man. Props for the original creator, though, for pulling this off. Because, like, it's harder than I thought it was going to be. I can cheat a little bit with the blades. And what I mean with that is that I can do, like, this and then do something like that. Well, What? It's not bad. It's not bad. It's not good, but it's not bad. It's a little bit in between. It's between good and bad. Jeez. And did not know making cars or designing cars was such interesting thing to do. But on the good side, if I ever want to create something like a car or a race car, at least I know a little bit of like of how to pull that off. I also need to figure out this side here, because this one goes there. Not really, Jechta, not really. Just need to cut here. I kind of wish you could like to have two create. Yeah, well, you can still do. Do I have all the wheels? No. No, I have the whole other thing, right? Yeah. Let me group that. Because I really want to hide that one. There we go. Feels like I'm not seeing what I'm doing right now. Is it super bad if I go a little bit if I go a little bit like what a hard shape to get. Like, it's not impossible. I'm not saying that it's impossible. I'm just saying that it's a shape I've never done before. I think, like I said, if I keep doing this for myself, if I keep doing this, eventually I will find a better way to pull this particular shape off. But for now, we're getting there. We're getting there. It looks so. The thing is with dreams is that like if you want to make hard cuts and hard lines, that is where things start to get hard. That's where like I can try do like hard cutting, but you can still see that if you're doing that, you will always end up with a little bit. I think you can get rid of it if we're painting a little bit to get a little bit more smoother here and there. But yeah, it's so not easy. It's so not easy to do this. I'm doing my best though. It's not that I'm not giving up. I started it, so I'm going to finish it as well. I'm not really worrying about underneath yet. I can cut that off very easily. Just that I want to make the shape a little bit more cleaner. Whew. Almost. It's the most difficult part for me personally is the side wings. That is like the hardest part of this everything. The things that goes from curved to hard lines, that's where things are so hard to pull that off in a good way. And whew, I think I have it sort of. And also I need to like the backside is also going to be fun. That one is also going to be hilarious fun. Because that one is also from hard edge to hard lines again. Like this, basically the backside has the hard edge again. So, yay. But we are already an hour in. Again. Let me pull the puppet back. Okay, so yeah. We are not there yet. We are far from there. But I think that, let me save first. Let me do a save online version, private. A private one. Man, imagine if I'm now pulling this creation already alive for people to use. That would be a shame. Okay. Then the surprise is gone. I think we're getting there. It's not great yet, but we're getting there. It's definitely shaping the form. I knew that the top part was going to get me, like it was going to be the hardest part for me. When I was like looking at the original creation, I knew that the shape, at least for me personally, like I've never made something like this before in Dreams. I know I've said it already so many times, but it's true. I never made something like this before. So for me, it's like super challenging. Like I saw all these round and hard edges at the same time. I knew that was going to be a super challenge for me to get there. But good thing is I have been playing around with Dreams a lot, so I know a little bit of like sculpting, so I can eventually get it, but it takes some time. But I think we already have a really nice looking overall car that we're going for right now. We have the top part, which is not finished yet. We still need to do the end as well, which also has from smooth to hard edge again, or all the way around, from hard edge to the wing, basically the side wings goes from hard edge again to the smooth again. So that is something that I really need to try to pull that off a little bit. We need to still make the nose a little bit more roundier, a little bit more. Imagine if this was all in one sculpt. I know, or maybe not. I do not know, by the way. But but looking at the Dreams conversion of this particular creation, the person made, it was made with in one sculpt. So if I would have done that the same this time, I think I would have been spending a lot more time to get it right, to get everything in one sculpt. Because like I need to build them differently. Instead of, I think I should then work from top to bottom. Now I work from bottom to top. I think if I wanted to do everything in one sculpt, I should then maybe start from the top instead of the bottom, what I did right now. But I think overall, it's not bad. It's not great, but I'm kind of happy at the moment right now. How it looks, and at least we have the shape, sort of. Of course, we're going to paint it in the right colors. That is also in the original one, so I'm going to keep that the same. We're almost done with the card. I think maybe we need a few more episodes to finish this. Especially the painting part is going to be fun. Yeah, that's the final bits we need to do. We still need to do the backside. Then we need to do the seat, where the person is going to sit. We need to make the steering wheel. We need to make all the stuff that is being putting on this little driving cart. And after we have done that, so we have put all the details on this particular sculpt, then we're going for the painting. And I'm not going to make it super clean. I know that the original creation is pretty clean, but I kind of want to make it look like it's been out there for a long time. That it's like, it's not that like it's been thousands of years old, but that it's a little bit rust here and there, and the tires are a little bit worn off. And I don't really know how much detail I'm going to put into the tires itself. I'm trying to make it a little bit more textures on it. I'll have to see what I'm going to do exactly with that. But I really want to make it more that it looks like it's been warned, like you have been using this car for a long time, to make it a little bit more realistic in some sense of way. That's what I'm trying to go for. Then we're going to do the environment, so we're going to pull the asphalt in there. Also going to be super challenged. I never made asphalt before, so that should not be so hard. I think it's just like a plane with and then we are going to make some textures over it. It should be doable. I will try to make it a little bit more bumpier to make it more sticking out, which is going to cost a lot of graphics thermo, but I don't really have to worry about graphics thermo for this creation because it's just one scene. Then we're going to do the backdrop, and like I said, the backdrop, I do not know if I'm going to make it myself or if I'm going to use assets from the community. Probably the last thing. I'm probably going to use it with community assets. I do not really have assets myself made in the past years that could maybe fit in here, because most of my assets are fantasy or Japanese style. So I don't really I do have trees, but they are not really perfect trees. They're not really like not pine trees, and I've never made pine trees before, so I think I'm just going to search that up on the Dreamweaverse if there are some cool ones that I'm going to tweak, of course, that fits in this creation. There's a lot of things to do still, and there's a lot of things that needs to be done, but we're getting there. I still have like some days left to finish this off, but it definitely is shaping the form. The top part was is a challenge. It's still a challenge. I'm not finished. It's still not finished. But we're getting there. I'm super happy already with how it overall looks. I made the nose a little bit smaller. How the original creation is. It almost looks like it's like it's a mini Formula 1 car. But that's also the original one. The original one is basically the same shape as this one. Kinda the same shape, with here and there some differences to find, but I'm super happy already with the outcome, and I hope that you enjoyed this as well. If you want to know how this is going to turn out in the end, you should keep following me on YouTube. It's where I release all these videos from start to finish. I'm not going to cut or edit anything out unless there are some parts, finishing touches that I think it's not really worth it to record, or boring stuff. But most of the whole process, I'm just going to do it like this. Just record the whole process, and so you see how that creation is coming alive. It's alive. Thank you so much for watching, and I really hope that you enjoyed this series so far, and really hope that you will continue watching the next video. So as always, don't forget to dream, everybody, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.